Hello, friends. Welcome to Chasing K-Drama, the podcast that dissects popular Korean dramas episode by episode. We dig into the characters, themes, and everything in between. I'm your host, Dulcé Sloan, and I'm here with my co-host,
Chrissy Choi.
Chrissy.
Hello. Okay, before we start,
Yes.
be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Come on, friends.
Please.
Click it.
Because we have our campaign that's going on.
Campaign.
Right. It's called The Road to 10,000 Sarangees. And of course, listen to us on our the audio version on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcast. And please be sure to join Club Sarangees, our fan club.
Join our fan club on Club Sarangees on Substack. And you're going to be getting a newsletter from us. We're going to be talking about our favorite dramas. I'm doing a Sago Corner because I need people to get more into these Sagos. I need more people to talk to about these shows because I absolutely love them. I love a concubine doing too much. I love a left minister
Yes, you
causing
do.
a commotion because he's always the
Plotting.
queen's brother.
They're always the
Younger,
queen's brother.
Younger, older, doesn't matter.
Always.
He's coming in calling her Nuna, and when she's the older sister, it's always more fun than when he's the older brother. Always more fun. And so if you sign up for Club Sarangees, you're going to get an exclusive Chasing K-Drama bracelet made by me, your girl, and a sticker pack designed by Chrissy herself. And you're just going to, it's $6 a month.
$6 a month.
You're also going to get like exclusive video content that other people, that's not going to be on the YouTubes.
Nope.
That's not going to be on the Instagrams. It's solely for you, our Sarangees, because we love you so much.
Before we start.
Oh, this.
So we got the candy from Marry My Husband.
Listen.
So I was at, which grocery store was I at?
California.
I was at Galleria Market the other day. Now, this is, the American version, I guess, is Charms, but
What's the name in Korean?
it's a different name. I forget, but they sell them, and it's great. They're delicious. I had half of them already.
You just sat up and, how long did you have this to eat half of them?
We got them last week. I tend to just kind of like,
Once you
I
pop,
kind
you
of
can't
binge.
stop.
Yeah. It's
Did
not
you
great.
eat the green? All the green? So there was
only two. Thomas liked the green. I like the pineapple. Pineapple is great, but the delicious.
So there's a pineapple and a lemon, or all the yellow ones pineapple?
I don't think they're lemon. I think they're all pineapple.
All the yellow ones?
Just try it. But it reminds me a lot of my grandma because my grandma used to always have this at her house.
That's lemon.
Lemon. So the white one is
The white
pineapple.
one is pineapple.
Love the pineapple.
This is lemon.
And it's it's sweet in the beginning, but it kind of rubs off and then becomes sour.
This tastes like a lemon head.
Oh yes.
And we
I love a good lemon head.
love a good lemon head.
I love lemon
And I
heads.
remember when they changed the recipe. They put less wax in it. Before you could really chew on a lemon head.
So I have messed up my teeth because I love to chew candy. I love those like the lemon heads. I love that consistency. I love it. Yeah. Anyhow, you know how much this was? I didn't check the price. I just grabbed it at checkout. It was like $8. I know. Listen, inflation, living in LA, and I was like,
that you were into high-end candy.
I didn't even know this was high end. But anyways, I'm glad we tried it because it was very exciting.
Other than this is much better than my Kopiko.
Oh, right. Oh, the sweet fan who brought the Kopiko. Thank you so much. She brought the Kopiko for Dulce and
It was such a coincidence.
Alex to try.
Because I was joking about trying Kopiko.
I know.
When we were when I was promoting. We were running the live show.
Yeah.
And then Kopiko just showed up.
She just had it on the table. She was just ready.
Kopiko, we got it.
So we are back today for episode 2
Yes.
of Genie Make a Wish. And this is what we're going to talk about, our key moments, okay? So Kyung has a death wish, okay?
Because of course she does.
Lots of death already in this episode. The genie follows Kyung home to her village in Korea. Then Genie launches a fire test to test sweet Kyung. It's this drama is really random. And then finally, Kyung makes her first wish. Okay.
He got her.
He did get her. We start off the opening scene, okay? We pick up where we last left off, which is literally the genie holding Kyung by the throat because she had just tried. Well, they went on their magic carpet ride
When
without
I
the carpet.
ride, she tried to kill him by pushing him off this helipad.
Yes.
He splatted too high up.
Yes.
And then he pops up angrily.
Uh-huh.
And is trying to choke her out. And she's loving it. It's a real daddy situation.
And she's like giggling. She's like, I'm having so much fun. Life is so boring, but I'm so happy. And you're like, what is this? It's really weird. It's weird.
I mean, I understand because like I understand like now that I'm in my 40s, I understand because you can't understand a midlife crisis until you
the
get
monotony of life
to your 40s, and it's your just brain just going, this is fucking Groundhog Day.
I know
This is Groundhog Day because like I'm not good at journaling, but I do like have like I got a paper planner again.
Oh, nice.
And honestly, it gives you something to look forward to because I'm just like, what did I do today? Or what did I do? Because like sometimes I'll be like, fuck, I didn't do anything. I'm like, ma'am, you were in 3 states last week. What are you talking about?
But I think we're talking about like your home life, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just the monotony of things.
I think this is why I do the running because it's like you kind of like each week you have a goal of like you got to do the runs and then you're like going towards something.
But I understand the idea of just like life is boring. I need something to do.
But,
and it's like
you
her
know,
heart is racing and the genie's like,
oh my God. So
what?
he decides to drop her, right? He's like, you want to have fun? I'll give you fun. Freaking drops her.
and she's smiling so big.
She's on the Hollywood Tower of Terror. Like she's having fun. Like this is like a amusement park ride for her. And I think she's like wanting to die. I don't know. Maybe she wanted to die.
As someone who was on that ride, because they turned the Tower of Terror ride into
The Guardians, right?
Guardians ride. And I remember I went with Solomon Giorgio. And it was still like kind of COVID times and it was Tuesday, so there was barely anybody there. And there's a picture of me just like just slumped down because I didn't realize those doors open.
I know.
So the next time I went and I was like, oh, I wasn't looking at that. I was fighting for my life against G-Force.
Was that your first time writing it?
Yes.
Okay, so I wrote it for the first time this year. I was in when I went to Paris, we went to Disneyland in Paris, and they still have Hollywood Tower of Terror. And my friend's like, we have to write it. And I was like, I've never written it. When I tell you,
girl,
that is the most high anxiety ride of my life because I kept on asking her. I was like, "What's gonna happen next? Because I was like freaking out.
And
it
you
is so
drop.
scary. It is so scary.
But the thing is, you drop and then you come back up.
Oh, I hate that. But do you know what was scarier? When it moves forward and backwards. Oh my God.
She would love this. I bet you she walks at night all the time because she needs
she needs that rush.
No, she needs to walk at night in America. That's what she needs to do. She needs
because
to walk
in
at
Korea,
night.
there's like no, it's so safe in Korea. It's just like you could prance at like 5 a.m., 3 a.m. No one
Depending
would
on the
bother you.
neighborhood, some places are bad. I don't know.
No. It's just really safe. So
it's too safe?
There's this TikToker. He's so funny. I forget the handle, but he is a half black, half Lao. His mother or father's Lao. He has a very strong Southern accent, and he is in Korea. And he's just like, y'all, a country is safe when, and he shows, and it's 3 a.m, and they're just like drunk people, just passed out. They do this in Japan too, and he's just like,
and no one's trying to rob them?
No one is robbing. Korea, you can leave all your stuff. At a coffee shop, you could just leave everything. People leave their purses. They leave everything. No one steals.
Okay, then no, you're fine at night.
Yeah.
She needs to come walking in America at night. She will be thrilled. She's never been in so much danger. Like walking through anywhere in America.
Yes, in the middle of the night.
In a city in America at night.
So
thrilling.
He drops her. She's excited. And then he's like, he's so confused. He picks her back up and he's just like, and he like smells her again. And he's like, because he keeps on smelling her, be like, you smell like that girl. He can smell the dirt. Like he knows it's her, right?
He keeps calling her that piece of clay.
The piece of clay, please.
But the fact that he caught her by her neck.
I know. And he's like, he's like, I must have gotten lazy. Like, I don't understand this type of corruption. Like, what is going on with humans? Like, what is this?
Honestly, we wonder the same thing.
And then she's like, can I join in on your plan? Can I try to kill you and you could try to get me? Like, she's like, let's make a game out of this. And he's like, no. He's like, don't fucking touch me. This is the best part. He's like, don't touch me. And if you do touch me, I'm going to destroy humans limb by limb.
And then she's like, okay. And then he's like, how does she not care?
I don't understand. So then we jump, and this is when I feel like we're gonna get more silly now. I mean, granted, the first episode is pretty silly, but you see all newer the characters are all coming in. He's sitting there, so Genie is not moping, but he's just sitting there, and he's like watching people.
I can't corrupt her because she's already
Like, what am I doing?
she's nuts.
And then out of nowhere is like a black Escalade, and everyone's like crowding around, taking a picture.
Because there's a panther in the front seat.
So the Black Panther's there, and it is Sade. We're calling him Sade. Maybe it's Sade. We don't know. Sade. And basically, the Genie is like speaking to him in Arabic, being like, "You need to come here now." And then Sade is like, "Actually, I'm kind of busy right now. Like, I'll meet you later." And he's like, "No, now." So they meet, and then you kind of see like their relationship. You know, Sade's kind of like sidekick. He's kind of, he's a little...
He's buddy.
He's his buddy. He's a little like, punchy towards him too. And then basically he tells him, so the Genie tells him about the Clay Girl, how the Clay Girl is like not really like the Clay Girl anymore. Like she's acting like a lunatic, right? So Kyung is leaving Dubai, okay?
Leaves
the lamp. She's on a lovely, and this airplane actually felt like a real airplane. I was like, oh, it got a little bit more realist. I feel like they did like something with Emirates, right?
Yeah, because they kept saying Emirates.
Okay, it's Emirates.
This was very much
That is a product placement. Good for them.
She hears humming. She's on the plane. She hears humming, and she's waiting for somebody to come out of the restroom with the shower. When she opens up, first of all, the fact there was a shower in a tub. Who is getting in a tub?
I mean, let's go Emirates. If I can go first class, let's do it. So it's him. He's there. Him. He pops up. He's following her to Korea. And she's just like, leave me the f*** alone. She's like, leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Well, this is my question. So why did Sade have to always go back to this desert in the middle of Dubai to come visit his lamp? Could Sade not take the lamp with him? Or is it's like the lamp now attached to the master? And so wherever the master goes, the lamp can automatically pop up. Because he goes from being in the bathroom, and then she goes back to her seat, and he's eating her food.
Uh-huh.
And then she's like, get up. And he was just like, I think I'm going to lay down.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go to bed.
So now he follows her to her town, which is very exciting. I actually really like the fact that we have a scenery change, and we're kind of like, now we're setting up what we're going to be seeing for the rest of the episodes, right?
She's in all white. He walks up on all white.
Okay, so they're going into the village. She's pulling her suitcase, and she has no idea right now that she knows the Genie is there, but she doesn't know that he actually followed her, right, to the village. And we also know up till this point, he's been invisible this entire time, okay?
Well, she figured that out when she was talking to him, and people were looking at her like she was crazy.
Exactly. So then she arrives home. She's like, hello, Harmony, I'm here. And Harmony is sitting with the other Harmonies, the village Harmonies, and they're just like staring because...
Who is this foreign man? Is this your husband?
Good looking man. And everyone's like, who is this? Did you find your potential husband abroad? This is so exciting. Harmony looks pissed. She is like, who the f*** is this person?
How dare you? Who is this man? Who is this man? Harmony looks very upset.
Okay. And then he says that his name, so Iblis, right?
Yeah.
He says in Korean it's Iburi, which literally translates into blanket. Ibur. Like, Ibur is blanket. So that made me laugh. And everyone's like, huh? And then she's like, come here. We need to chat. She drags him in, right? And she's like, what are you doing? And she like, at one point, she grabs like a axe situation. And she's trying to like hit him with it.
But he gives him the rules. Stay hidden. No magic. No locals. And no talking about wishes.
Yeah.
And Harmony walks in. And then she's like, who are you going to kill? Who are you going to kill? What are you talking about? Where are they at? Where are they at? And then she turns around and there's no one there. And she's just like, now you're invisible again. And he was like, you told me that the Harmonies can't see me.
Yeah, it's so funny. And then there's a scene where we kind of go back to Kyung's childhood. We learn a little bit more about her, right? We discover that Kyung, the reason why her parents left, or the reason why they realized that she was a true psychopath is because she killed her mom's parrot. Okay. I figure something worse happened because the way the mom, like, you know what I mean? For
them to just
like leave their child behind.
Yeah. I thought something real worse too. I thought maybe she tried to do something to one of the sisters.
Yeah.
Or something to that effect. But mind you, the parrot is awful.
Parents awful.
But maybe it was like, oh, we only needed one time.
Yeah.
For us to be like, hey, you know what?
Yeah.
I don't subscribe to this.
Yeah.
I don't want the issues of this magazine.
Yeah.
I'm really okay. I'm really all right. Here, mom. But also to drop her off to an elderly woman who doesn't seem to be trained. I mean, she's doing very well with the child. But I don't think Harmony is a child psychologist. I don't think she's any kind of high psychologist.
No, I mean, she keeps on going to the teacher. It's her school teacher's like giving her advice on
Right.
like, dealing with,
And so it's just like, hey, I can't handle her. I mean, they could have locked her up. They didn't. She just dropped her off in the mom in the middle of nowhere.
Right. And
Where
then
she was surrounded by animals.
So then Harmony tells Kyung, she's like, hey, your parents and your sister died, right? Mm-hmm. And then Kyung gets really upset. She was like, I did. Yeah.
She's like, I all I did was kill a parrot. Also, I didn't give them permission to die.
Yeah. Yeah. So she's super upset and she starts hyperventilating. And this is when.
Because she's so mad.
Yeah. So this is when her grandmother tells her to listen to her watch and the ticking to calm her down. She's like, I don't care if it takes 60 seconds, 2 minutes, whatever. You need to listen.
And count the ticks.
Count the ticks.
And she's like, well, what if it takes longer than that? She's like, then keep counting. And then this is when she starts getting her lessons.
This part, I was bawling. I cried. So I cried in the first episode where she's teaching her the face of despair, you know, that scene. And she's like, this is when I'm like, this is sadness. And she's like really crying. Her grandma's crying. This part too, watching those videos, I was just like sobbing.
But she's sitting there counting and she's like 786, 787.
And then, the stone part, that was interesting. She put a stone in Kyung's shoe and she's like, this is what discomfort means, you know?
So she's like, I want to take the shoe out. And she's like, no, you have to feel what this is like. Because again, this is more of the lessons.
Yep.
And you need to study hard, go to a top college, get a job that pays good and a steady paycheck.
Well, she says that because Kyung is like, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to live alone, because she's getting annoyed at this point because these lessons are like, it's like badgering her almost. And she's like, Harmony, what can I do to like leave? Like, I want to leave. So her Harmony's like, if you want to leave,
yes,
you got to study. You got to go to a top university and you got to get a high paying job.
And then you see her transition.
And she's doing all of it. Like, she's smart, top of her class.
She studies hard.
She studies. And then her high paying job, I guess, is a car mechanic. Good for her.
I feel, but Harmony's so upset. I don't know if it's, I mean, it's a decent, I mean, she, you know, at a certain point rocks up in, you know, BMW.
I know.
So it's a good pay. I don't know how much mechanics make in Korea.
But then she's telling Genie all of this, right? So it's like a flashback where she's telling Genie about it. And then she's like, Harmony's like, where did you go to school, Genie? And Genie's like,
what? Huh? And she's like, where'd you get on your C-stat or your
yeah, the
like,
SATs,
I want to know what your SATs, and he's just behind the door.
Yeah, and then we jump where she goes to Kyung's room, which stunning. This room.
How big is this house?
It is beautiful. Her room was so pretty. Did you notice like the built-in like bench situation with like the blue embroidered like pillows?
Did you notice that black cabinet?
They had a black cabinet, and then she had like books. Like she had like it's like a library in there.
But then she had that weird IKEA desk.
She did. It's a beautiful room. This part was really funny.
This is very funny when she looked at the, you know, he looks at the computer and he asks about like Thor and Captain America. But then they bleep out Marvel and they bleep out Disney.
Because he's like, I want to be one of them. Who's that? And she's like, you can't be one of them because they're Marvel characters and you're Disney and these worlds can't collide. I was dying.
And then it bleeps out and he was like, how am I supposed to understand what you're talking about when there's a bleep? And she's like, the bleeps. She's like, we have to bleep. Copyright infringement is very important. And I thought it was very funny that it was like, because there's like, you have to get permission to talk about. That's so funny.
It was so meta. It was hysterical.
But I liked how he said, how am I supposed to learn if you're bleeped?
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, we have to have the bleeps.
That was very funny. That was so funny.
And I was like, oh, okay. And that's when I was like, so that was the moment with this show. I was like,
silly.
All right, I need to keep watching this show.
It's like smarter. Like it's smart humor. It's not. Yes. So it's like, so she, the writer, and we'll do a deep dive later about her, but she's incredibly witty. That's why, again, the Korean, if you get the Korean or you understand the nuances, it's very smart, right?
So learn Korean.
Genie goes and he's always meeting Sade, who is actually working in the neighborhood. Like he's in the village now.
He's doing random jobs.
He's making money and
he's chopping up all of this wood. And the Halimonies are like,
I know, Then we learn that the entire village helped raise and educate sweet Kayo, okay? Basically, she would have a knife and she would be about to about chickens.
So she had a sickle and she was going to murder chickens.
And then the ajumma or the harmony was like, no. Instead, she was teaching her how to read, right? So that's what she was doing with teaching the alphabet.
But it seemed like she was 10 when they were talking to her. So she's teaching her the alphabet. I'm like, is she teaching her the character for sickle? What is she teaching her?
The alpha, literally. It was the letters. She was learning the letters, which you're right. So she was like, oh, this is a 7, and then this is a Q. That's the A in the Korean Hangul. She gets 100, though, on her spelling test.
Well, thank God she learned one letter.
Yeah. It was great. This part I wanted to bring up because I think this has meaning in the future episodes.
Oh, this is absolutely where our mystery is going to come in.
So Kayoung is at the body shop that she works at, right? And then a car pulls up. It's her friend or her neighbor. And he needs to get his taillight fixed because it's a broken light.
But there's hair on it.
I didn't even notice the hair.
There's hair and a little blood on the tail light.
Oh my Lord. Okay.
So he hit.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. So he hit a person and it's probably hit someone in the head.
Oh, Jesus.
Because the hair is long. And so you see her notice it. That's why she does that face.
It's crazy. So then, he has an Airbnb situation where people are visiting and then Sade is there cutting wood and he's like, I don't eat meat. And you're like, okay.
All right.
And then Kayoung is walking home, right? Halmoni is giving her a list, a grocery list. Okay. So she's about to go to the super, right? Or the shupo, which is the grocery store. Then the genie pops up. And then Genie's just badgering her. But then he sees this tractor and he's amazed by the tractor and the motorcycle.
And then little mopeds pop out on the side.
And then in slow motion, you see this man with boots. So it's,
the village chief.
Farmer. The village. Of course, there's another village chief, Yongduri. And he's amazed. He jumps.
And these small towns actually work like this, where there's a little chief guy.
I guess so. There's the village chief. He introduces himself. He's like, "Oh my God, Kayoung, I heard you have a potential husband. This must be the guy." He introduces, but Kayoung's like, "Keep your mouth shut. Don't say a word." And then the guy's just like, "Why aren't you saying anything?"
He's like, "Am I the only one talking? Am I the only one with the mouth?"
And then Genie introduces himself. He goes and he rubs his nose as a greeting. And you're like...
Which is a traditional greeting from the time.
Right.
I don't know if they still currently do it.
I
but
know,
it's obviously a traditional
back
greeting.
in the day.
And he flips out.
Yes, village chief is so upset.
And he's like, "Are you trying to seduce me?" And it's like...
And then he just literally disappears. He snaps, he disappears, and he's freaking out even more. And then Kayoung's like, "Oh no!" This is when she does the fake thing. She's like, "Where did he go? I can't find him anywhere."
So he makes himself vanish.
Then we jump to the grocery store, right? And again, we need to pay attention to this because there is a woman, a manager, berating this female employee about, "Hey, why aren't you doing your job? Why aren't you
replenishing the front?" And she's like, "The elevator is broken," and she's going, "Don't you have legs?"
I know, and
I'm like, "Who the f*** is trying to bring boxes of fruit
on stairs?"
But
that was a lady though. I don't know if you caught this, but in the beginning of episode 1, where there's a montage of him where he's talking about the lore, he's telling someone, and she ends up giving he ends up granting one of her wishes, this lady. So that's why we see that. Genie is absolutely he's so excited to see. He's never been at a grocery store, and he's like, "Oh my God, there's food everywhere." He's so excited.
But he's been to a market before.
I know, and I'm just like, "What's happening?"
He's probably never been this cold before,
right? And then Kayoung's just like, "By the way, men here do not rub noses as a greeting, so you should never do that again. The village chief was, he's an admiral, he's some military guy, so I think he was really offended." And he's just like, "Okay, whatever." And then she's like, "You better not mess with my friend Minju because she's not going to take shit." Or Minji, yeah. So then we meet her best friend, Choi Minji, who is a dentist. She's a dentist gal. but she is at this fancy golf course. Okay.
And she has to tell them that I am a woman.
That I was like, okay, cool.
Now, this actress is in that show, Emma.
Oh, Emma. Oh, she's an Emma.
And so on that show as well, she wears men's clothing. And there's like a little moment of them being like, well, what? All right. And so this is like, so I guess this is just who she is in dramas, like, because this is the second one I've seen her in.
Interesting. Maybe. Okay.
So maybe it's just like so like when she goes into the restroom, so like they try to like chase her down.
Uh-huh.
And then she's like, no, I'm a woman. And then she gets in the restroom and she has to tell the other woman, no, I'm a woman.
And she's like, oh, I know you're a woman. Because she looks at her lips, right? Because she has lip gloss on, she has lipstick on. And then the woman she's talking to happens to be the assistant to this guy, okay? Ryu Su Hyeon, okay? Who is her landlord.
And apparently owns a bunch of buildings and owns the golf course that they're at.
Right. So then you jump, and then the assistant is on the roof with this very good-looking man. Very, very good-looking man.
Corn-fed American.
Uh-huh. He looks out of place. He's a good-looking man.
Let me tell you something. You can tell he grew up in America.
And then, she's like, why are you trying to make so much money? You already have a lot of money. Like, why are you buying all these buildings? And he's just like, humans live in hell without being dead. Not having money is hell. And
He's
you're
not
like,
wrong.
Dun, dun, dun. Like, it's like, who are you, sir?
He's somebody who's telling the truth. Because
it's true.
The way that humans all over the world treat people who do not have money, the way that people who do not have money live, he's not wrong when he's saying not having money is hell.
Yeah.
Because so many people in our current government are making sure that people are living in hell because they don't have money. Mm-hmm. So it's one of those moments you're like, oh, I didn't expect the gospel to be spoken on this man on the roof eating nuts.
It's good writing.
Also, what a dangerous game. Because I saw Black Uncle the other day. I don't know what age you hit where you have to shake peanuts like dice before you eat them. I don't know what this move is about. You've seen an older black man do this, right? Just got nuts in his. He just because they can't just eat no, it's got to be But the tossing, because Shalewa has a joke about like
the Heimlich remover,
right.
The olive.
Throwing an olive in your mouth, I'm like, that's a bold choice.
Thing.
But like, so he's just like sitting there, just, and I'm just like, you better be an angel.
So then the genie is discovering the wonders of living in Seoul. Okay, He's like, what is this beer? It's delicious. They're in front of a Pyeongjam. They're drinking the beer. He's like, what is this aluminum thing?
And that was my girl what moment, because it was like this. What was it? Aluminum. Can or something, like he uses some term,
and he's like,
it's like the term aluminum but don't know can. It's like, so he's playing the video game, he gets addicted, and he borrows money from Harmony, right? Harmony, and then you see her hiking, and she's picking up trash, and she's standing close to the edge.
Gives her a rush. So this is what she does. She's been getting rushed. She goes
hiking. And then
picking up trash. She's doing good.
Yeah. But then the Ajuma is like, hey, don't stand too close to the edge. And then she's like, oh, she comes all the time. She's fine. She's an expert. And then I was watching. I was like, oh, this is the new Cliff.
That's a new Cliff. Oh, yeah. I thought about that. That's a new Cliff.
This is the new Cliff. And so he begs her for 1,000 won. She won't do it. He's literally changing road signs. And because when she finds out that he got it, because he says grandma's full name.
Yeah.
And she lokes out. She's like, how dare you give my grandma her money back? And he's like, just give me 1,000. He's like, just give me 800.
So you know what 1,000 won is, right?
Maybe $1.
It's $1. Yeah.
It's $1.
He's asking you for $1.
So she drives away and he appears on the road. And I'm like, she's going to hit him with the car.
And she does indeed. She goes full speed.
Not only does she go full speed, she backs up.
She backs up to get to speed, yeah.
Because she comes out in full speed, stops, and he's like, give me the 1,000. She's like, move, and then she backs up, and then hits him, and he turns into a shooting star.
Which didn't that happen in Aladdin?
where the genie got knocked out. And got,
Well, no, I think the genie does like,
he does at one point turn into fireworks.
Yeah. Oh, maybe. Oh, yeah. So
But
I feel like there's a
that's
little like
during a song.
I think they were loosely inspired by Disney Aladdin.
I mean, that's most of our frame of reference, because if you find like, because a lot of those Disney stories were sad. Like the real story of the Little Mermaid is very sad.
It's dark.
Yeah, all those grim fairy tales were dark because, like, so for instance, Hansel and Gretel, they die.
They die.
The witch actually does eat them.
Yeah, it's like about cannibalism.
Right. And taking candy from strangers. And making people afraid of spinsters, I guess. And then in the real Little Mermaid, their Little Mermaid, she doesn't get with the prince. She's so sad she dies, and then she turns into sea foam. And so Disney was like, what if we just had a full-figured octopus sing, and then she gets some legs and can't talk and goes hang out with her? Yeah, write that down. Write it down.
I've never liked Ariel. She's my least favorite of the Disney princess, honestly. I find her very like self-absorbed, and she's a little annoying.
I can say
she's just like boy crazy. She left all of that behind. Her dad just needed her to like be responsible.
The youngest of like 14
I know,
sisters.
but like he had a party and she couldn't show up, but she was like the star of the show.
Oh, but the fact that she not show up to that party, I would have always been like, do you see how many animals danced, bitch?
I know.
Did you see it was 5, 6, 7,
You
8?
you are the crown jewel. Clearly your dad's obsessed with you because you are the main event, and
She's
you're
the
like,
baby.
I want to go, and you're busy like singing. You're putting your friend in danger. You're like going Guppy's like Flounder, Guppy, whatever's following her around, and
Ariel.
they're seeing like sharks and shit, and she's like, no, I wanna find a dead like relics of like
I'm gonna go to derelict ships and find whatchamacallits and how's it what's it's.
This week's segment, we are going to talk about Eun Sook, our writer, because she is truly. I've watched all of her dramas, I think. Genuinely. I've watched all of it. So there's a handful of people where I've watched all. I've watched all of Eun Sook's dramas, and then there's the Hong sisters. That's another, it's a writing team, Hong sisters. But I've watched a lot of their stuff too. She's been writing since 2003. She entered a writing contest, and then she spent 3 years writing plays in Korea's like Broadway area, which is called Daeangno. It's like their theater district. So she did that, and then a female TV producer found her, loved her stuff, and was like, "You need to write for TV." So that's what she started. Her first drama was a show called South of the Sun, and she was a co-writer on it. And then her first big hit was Lovers in Paris. You remember I talked about that? It's really good. I wonder you would love it. So this came out in 2004. But it was like the hit of that summer. It hit 57.6%. So it's more than half of Koreans were watching the drama, the finale of it.
Lord.
Isn't that crazy? Like everyone was obsessed with it.
That's like the Super Bowl, or like when Lucy gave birth to baby Ricky. Like it's basically like numbers like that you cannot hit with streaming. You can't
hit. Yeah, exactly. So at the Paeksang Awards, it won the best, like the Taesang Award, which is the top drama award. The actress Kim Jong-un got the best TV actress. She won for best screenplay. Like it won everything. So it was like the top drama. And then she did Lovers in Prague, which was a year after. It didn't do as well, but I loved it. It was kind of like a little bit more, it was less like Cinderella story. It was a lot more realistic.
Because it was Prague.
But it also had high ratings, like 30%. That's pretty good.
That's still good.
It's still good. They're like, yeah. And then she had a bunch of other ones she did on air. Oh, this is kind of sad. So the lead in Lovers in Prague, Kim Ji-hyuk, he passed in a car accident, which was really sad a couple of years ago. Not even a couple, maybe like 10 years ago at this point. And then her other drama On Air, it was kind of like a meta show about like the entertainment industry. That one did well too. But the lead, Park Yong-ah, he committed suicide. Oh, real sad.
You gotta start praying over your scripts.
It was real sad. Secret Garden.
Love
Secret Garden. Hajiwon Our Girl, right?
Love her.
Hyunbin. I mean, this was just at the level of like Lovers in Paris. Like all of Korea was watching it. People loved it. You know, it's the body swap. It was so. We should rewatch that one.
We should.
That's a fun one.
That's one of those shows where I just was I think this was one of the shows I watched maybe during COVID.
Yeah. It's
so
good.
it's like I remember watching it, but I'm like, if I watched it again, I'd be like, yeah, this was a blur.
Heirs, 2013. Imino. Park, what's her name? Park Shin-hye was in it, and Kim Woo-bin, our guy Kim Woo-bin, our Genie was in it. And that was like a youth high school drama with like the heir, like the rich guy dating a poor girl.
Dramas.
It's on Netflix. It's pretty good. It's very polarizing as well. People loved it or people hated it. Then Descendants of the Sun, that was another huge one. That got 38.8% ratings.
She's a beast.
No, she's a beast. Every single one. Every single drama has been like, yeah. So that one is with Song Hye-kyo, who was in The Glory as well, right? Song Hye-kyo, and then Song Joong-ki, and then Kim Ji-eun, our girl, Queen of Tears girl. She was in that. Guardian, Goblin, the next one, a year after. Huge hits. It was her first cable show. That cable show got 20.5%, which
That's
is
high
insane.
for cable.
Yeah, so that's the one about the goblin. Everyone loved it.
And then this is when she starts getting to her mythical era.
Then she did Mr. Sunshine. You remember, not Haguk, but it's the period about
I went to start it. It was too sad too soon, so I was like,
Yeah.
I'm good.
That one too did very well. That was her first historical drama. Top actors: Lee Byung-hun, Kim Tae-hee, Byun Yo-han, who is so cute, the second lead. Then The King. That was the big flop. That was the fantasy one I told you about that everyone fucking hated. Yeah, that was awful.
Which means I'll probably like it.
I don't think you would like it. It was Kim Go-eun and
Why do people hate it?
It just didn't make any sense. It's a fantasy as well. And then her big one was The Glory. So that was her redemption because The King flopped so badly. She was like, "Oh, I'm gonna change it up." And she usually does rom-coms. She completely switched up and did this like thriller revenge drama. And we have to also watch The Glory. Like everyone talks about it because it's truly like one of its kind. Like I had no idea she had written it because the tone, everything is completely different.
You think it's like a Shakespeare Christopher Marlowe situation?
So her writing style, we kind of talked about it last episode, super witty, quick banter. And that apparently started with Secret Garden. Like Lovers in Paris wasn't like that. It was a little bit slower. But what's interesting...
Because it's Lovers in Paris. It can't be witty, we're in Paris.
But what's interesting is all of her dramas have like catchphrases. So they become so popular. Lines from her shows become so popular. It becomes part of the zeitgeist. So Lovers in Paris, I distinctly remember this, okay? 애기야 가자. Like that was, everyone said that. Baby, it's literally baby, let's go. So this is 2004, right? So there was like less like English in Korea, right?
Yeah.
There was some English words. But you know how Americans call each other babe and baby, right? Because of that, she wrote this line where the lead tells the girl, "Hey babe, let's go." But instead of using Korean, he literally, it's like a literal translation, or she uses Korean and she literally says baby in Korean. So she goes, "애기야" is like baby. "애기야, let's go." So it was so popular. And then this one, the second lead, I remember that's a second lead who happens to be the brother of the main character. He's confessing his love to the main character, right? To the main girl. And he says, 이 안에 너 있어. 이 안에 너 있어. You're inside me. Which means
Mr. Thomas, I wish I could have seen Mr. Thomas's face. Mr. Thomas was donezo, girl. He was not enjoying any of that campaign.
What that means, also it's very, so it's the guy telling the girl this, right?
Listen, you hope it's not the girl telling the guy, because he would know that he was. Girl.
So he's basically saying, "You're inside my heart."
I get that, but you missed the word. Because it's like, you have a piece of my heart, you're inside my heart. But girl, he's like, "You're inside me." I'm like, bro, I'm right. I'm over here, dog.
So funny. Actors and actresses, if you get the call from her, it's an automatic yes, right? So everyone just like waits to be in this like person's drama. Like that's how popular she is. But the negative sides, she does a lot of product placements. So she was called out. In Descendants of the Sun, there's a lot of product placements. Everyone was getting annoyed. And then there's a bit of like, in her earlier dramas, her female characters, like all of her male characters are either like chaebols or like highly successful men, but the women were a little bit poor. Like they're either like they have less money and like less status. So they were like always kind of written like the power dynamic was a little off.
She was always, well, like that's always we as people love to see a rich man fall in love with a regular girl.
Yep.
To make you feel like you have a chance. Also, I mean, who wants to work? You know what I mean? Like just.
She was criticized for a while, but I feel like her dramas, though, if you think about it, I'm like thinking they've changed. Like her female character is a lot stronger, I would say.
I can't see the women lately, like in the past couple years in these dramas, are getting much more independent.
They're very set, as they say. Set means it's like strong women, you know? Headstrong.
And so it's a lot less, they're a lot less vulnerable. There's a lot more, he's having to work harder to get her.
Yeah.
Because they're not as poor as they were before. They seem to be more educated.
They are.
They are definitely a little older too. Because that was the other thing about watching these shows. It's like no one's 19.
Not anymore. Yeah, everyone is.
Unless it's a high school drama.
Yeah.
Everybody's
It's
solidly
30.
in their 30s.
Then Genie, so Genie goes back to Sade and he's like, I am so upset. I'm going to test this girl because she's a batshit lunatic. Like, I don't understand. So he's like, I'm going to test her. And then Sade is just kind of like, I don't understand. Like, she was so different in the past. Like, she was so different. Why is she acting like this, right?
And I'm telling you, this is the soul is in her body for protection from him. That's what I think.
Genie goes to Kyeong and she's doing pull-ups. This was my what the fuck moment.
Girl.
Like, it was really her, I think.
I thought
it was a body double. It's really her.
Well, I couldn't tell because at a certain point they cut, and so it's
maybe it's not.
It's a medium shot, and so I'm like, maybe the pole's lower than you think it is, and so she looks like she's lifting herself up because there's absolutely no definition in her arms whatsoever.
I was like, what's happening?
Right, but
good for her.
But the Genie was going to test her. He's going to test if she values the lives of others. Because remember, he said, I'm going to tear the whole world limb from limb. And she's like, okay.
So he goes to her at the body shop, right?
Locks the door.
Door is locked. And he's sitting there with a fireball. And he's playing with it, right?
Tossing it back like ta-ta.
Like a basketball.
What you trying to do? What you trying to do? What you trying to do? And he's like, listen. I'm going to set your place on fire. You just make one wish to put it out.
And then she's like,
no, and burn it down. He's like, no, because he was like, no, I'm going to set the whole place on fire. And she was like, go ahead. So he throws it, sets the place on fire, and she's pulling on the door. And then the fire, because I was like, well, maybe, because I was thinking to myself, maybe this isn't real fire. Maybe this is like
I thought that too. No, it's fire.
So he's got real fire in there.
It's fire. Then the water starts.
The sprinklers come on, and then some woman walking by passed, and she's like, oh my God. It's like, omo.
And it caught. It's like magic fire. It caught on fire very quickly, and it
one
spread.
Little spot, and then it was the whole room. And he was like, I'll burn the whole village. Then I'll burn the town. Then I'll burn the country. Then I'll burn the world. And she was like, all right, you just lost your chance. When I get out of here, I'm going to kill you. And he was like, ha, you ain't going to do nothing. You trapped in this room. And then she goes to another door, which meant the whole time she was sitting up going, open this door. Open this door. She knew full well there was another door. And she's like, open this door. Open this door.
And then this scene
and then when she walks out, he goes, there was another door. And she said, you should have did your research. And then proceeds to beat the mess out of him.
This was a very violent. She picks up a metal pipe.
That pipe, and you know what that pipe looks like? That pipe looks like one of the ones used to make like a chain link fence. The pipe is thick as shit. I don't know what it don't go to a car.
She proceeds to beat the living shit out of him.
I mean, she's
lighting him up. It is a lot of hitting, and it's a lot of sound. And of course, everyone is like watching, right? The cops come.
But by the time the firefighters get there, the fire is out,
yes.
right? And she is hitting him because she was like, You messed up my Wednesday routine. It is
Yes,
Wednesday.
this is so
This
funny.
is what I'm supposed to be doing. You're messing up my routine. And she is lighting him up. And then the
What?
firefighter's like, are you sure this was on fire? And the lady was like, I saw it. And then the other man goes, I also saw it.
And they're like, everything's burnt. So it must have been a fire.
So how did it put itself out? And then she is still lighting him up. And rich dude that was eating pistachios on the roof
is watching.
He's just in the crowd. And so the police are like, hey,
Kyeong, you can't do this. Again, the village, the village,
That
they all
raised
taught
her.
her. They all taught her. So they're like, you can't do this. You can't do this. And then Genie has a dent in his forehead.
girl, the biggest dent. And he's like, it's okay.
And then his arm's like twisted. And they're like,
They're
your
like,
arm.
because he's like, your forehead. He's like, oh, he's like, no, it's fine. I deserve this. And then it's like your arm. And he's like, yeah, it's always like this. And she is furious.
And then she's like, I gotta go eat because she likes her Wednesday routine. She's like, it's Wednesday and I have to go eat my kamjatang.
Because-
So kamjat, do you know what kamjatang is? So good. Oh my God, we should go get kamjatang. It's my favorite stew. So it is pork neck, and potato. It's a
Oh, it's neck
hearty
bone.
soup. It's so good. You would love it.
We eat neck bones.
Yeah, so she is like, I gotta eat this, but she's like, you better clean this all up by the time I get back.
And then she punches him in the face. But this is when he realizes that she doesn't care about other people.
She cares about her. She cares about nothing. All she wants is her routine. That's all she wants. And then he tells Sade, he's just like, I have no idea. He was like, but he's like, she doesn't care about people, but the test was successful. And Sade's like, it does not look like your test was
Like,
successful.
how is it successful if your face looks like that? But he said he finally understands and realized it's gonna take way more work than he thought it was going to, because she don't
give a shit.
give a good damn about nobody.
So this part just really, this is out there. This woman is beating another man.
But she was, shout out to the stunt man.
Oh my God.
Shout out to Foley, because she was, excuse my French, fucking him up.
She was.
And you could tell she was swinging with her whole body. This was not acting. I don't know what that pole was made out of.
She was going at it.
If this was real life and somebody was getting hit, you're dead.
No, it's
she was
very
saying
violent.
Because she said, you know how you get rid of jerks? You beat them to death.
It's insane. Okay, so it's Kamjatang Wednesday, right? So she goes and she's meeting her friend for Kamjatang because it's important. Okay, so Minji the dentist comes, right? And Minji's just like, hey, do you think we can try something else? Maybe a seafood soup? We always get kamjatang, and she and Kyeong was like, no, we can't, because this is my routine. I need a routine. And we learned that the routine is what keeps her. It's like the ticking clock, right? Mm-hmm. It is, or the clicking watch. It keeps her in line. Mm-hmm. Okay. So she needs her grandma, right? She needs the discipline of her grandma. She needs the rules from her grandma, and she needs the routine to help her from losing control, which is crazy.
And what's so funny is that to stop myself from being nuts, I can't be in a routine. Factory work would make my brain snap.
So this part was interesting. Kyeong tells Minji, she's like, hey, she's scared about losing her grandma, right? Mm-hmm. She's like, if I lose Halmoni, then that is going to change. I won't have that routine or the rules set in place. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to lose control. So she really believes that she's going to do something bad. She's worried that she can make a mistake and hurt someone. But Minji is, honestly, I think Minji's her only friend. Mm-hmm. But Minji's kept on reassuring her, being like, well, you wouldn't do that.
You're my only friend.
You're my only friend. But Minji's like, I know you. You would never do that. You would never do that. And then finally she yells at Minji because Minji's just like, you won't do it. She's like, leave me alone. I'm going to do it.
And then she goes, mm-hmm. Puts her hand literally on her face, mm-hmm. and then goes to tell everybody, we're not fighting. We're just having a conversation. Yeah. And so Kyeong goes through, because Minji's talking about how much she loves her.
I know.
And then she's saying that Minji's you come here every second Wednesday. You come and have, eat this meal with me, even though you don't want to. So this must be what love is. And so she gets up and she's like, can I have some water? And so she gets up, but she kind of like
tears up
because what I do like is like, even though, because she's like, I can't love people, but she can see what love is
because the training, she watched those videos,
and grandma was hugging her, and then she can see from Minju's actions. And so that makes me wonder, with this drama, what wish is she going to make, and how can she fall in love with this genie if she knows she can't love, and she has to look at actions to be able to quantify love? Because do you think she's going to get to a point where she's going to wish that she's no longer? Honestly, maybe. I would be annoyed if she makes that wish.
So I think that's interesting. I think that's probably what, it's too predictable for her to do that, right? For us to, you're even like saying this in episode 2. So I feel like maybe it's too predictable, but
if the show is anything, it's unpredictable.
So one thing I do like is you see that Kyeong is surrounded by love. The town loves her. Like the way, like the firefight, like they all knew. They're like, you can't do it. You can't do it. They're like, you can't do it.
Stop beating up this man.
So everyone's like, and everyone in the town knows her. And you can tell like they've been really like sheltering her in a way, like keeping her.
Because like when she goes to work and like the harmony is in the field.
Yeah.
And then the genie pops up. And so the harmony is like trying to explain to the granddaughter, well, she's got this disorder.
Anti-psycho disorder, the antisocial.
Right.
Yeah.
And so Kyeong explains what she has. And she's like, no, Harmony, I have this. And she's like, oh, yeah, that's it. And she's like, all right, put on sunscreen. And then she drives away.
Yeah.
And then the granddaughter's like, what? And she's like, she's fine. We raised her. She's not going to do anything.
Yeah.
And so one, it's good backstory for the genie for him to better understand her. But 2, you get this good backstory from everyone. You see everyone made a conscious effort to make sure that this child doesn't hurt anybody.
Hurt herself or hurt anyone. Yeah.
Or anyone else.
Yeah.
And so even though Harmony has to go as far as when she's a kid just to cut her hand, that's the example. But it's funny because like, so now we go into, the genie is watching and spying, and she was like,
the water
Minju can't get water out of the water dispenser. And then he's like, she hits it and he jumps out, and she's like, are you spying on me?
And then he is not
visible.
He's invisible right now. So everyone's like, and then her friend's like, it's okay. We're not fighting. Go ahead.
We're just talking. Eat your food. Everything's
like,
fine.
What are you doing? And
so they leave, and Kyeong goes and buys a pen and gives it to the genie. And so he takes the change.
Yes, he did. He's like, more video games.
Excited. And she's like, he has to wear it when he was invisible because she doesn't want people to think that she's crazy.
They already think she's crazy to begin with. So she's
like, more crazy.
I know. Mm-hmm.
And he was like, well, I would do it. I'll wear the pin if you make that your wish.
Right. And then she's like, why are you so obsessed with my wishes? Right.
And
she's like, I don't get it.
And you want to kill me so badly.
Yeah. Right. And then he's like, it's because you kept me trapped. So he believes that she's the reason, right? Or the reincarnated self, the woman, little girl from the past, right? Was the reason why he has been trapped in this lamp, right? She's like, do you have the evidence to even think that I'm the one who put you in here? And he's like, yeah, like I watched you die. Like I watched your body decay and become the dirt. Like I've been watching you for 1,000 years.
And then I took that dirt and hung it up in my home.
And also, I'm curious to see what the significance of that is, because that's always there. It's always like, hanging.
Slightly hovering. I wonder what happens if that breaks.
Exactly. So I think we'll see what that happens, right? And then he's like, he thinks, or he believes that she will be corrupted when she makes a wish, even if she's hard to corrupt, because that's what humans do. He's like, I have been doing this with humans for 1,000 years, and every single person has done that.
Well, if she's working every day not to kill somebody, then the thing that would corrupt her is killing somebody.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't litter, she doesn't jaywalk.
She don't do anything. And then that's what she said. She was like, it may be true for all humans, but they call me a psychopath. I'm different. Like, I'm a different breed. Like, I'm not like normal people, right? And she goes, I've never done anything bad. Halmoni has always told me that most people are good in the world, so she's the only evil person. So this is interesting. Because she has been told from a young age that she's bad, right? Her entire life has been, you're bad. You can't do this. You have to control this, right? She thinks she's evil. She thinks the world is good, right? Whereas Genie believes everyone is evil at the core.
And he has to find somebody good.
It's interesting. So this is like, so she says, okay, why don't we strike a deal, right?
Best 3 out of 5. That's like rock, paper, scissors rules.
She's like, 3 out of 5. Why don't you go on this street, find 5 people to grant wishes to. And if 3 of them are corrupt, right? If 3 of them are corrupt, then she's going to make all of her wishes and then she'll die at his hands.
You can kill me.
So.
And then she goes, Halmoni never lies. And so the gauntlet gets thrown down.
So now we know what the rest of the episodes are going to deal with.
Is him trying to find 5 people.
And I think we kind of know, we at least know 2 of the people who are going to be probably.
Well, it's Halmoni first because he has to test Halmoni.
Oh, it's going to be Halmoni?
He has to because she said Halmoni never lies.
Okay, so Halmoni, I think it's the guy with the truck.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it's the woman who...
In the grocery store?
Grocery store, yeah.
He's going to work on finding 3 people who are corrupt, and she's going to work on making her 2 other wishes. And
right, so this is her wish. Her wish is, my first wish is
goes,
you go...
What? What you mean? And she goes, this is my first wish. My first wish is proving that all humans are corrupt at the heart. And he goes, you tempted me. But it's like, does she feel like she actually tricked him though? Because this is her. Is this her trying to trick him, or is this her trying to die?
I don't know. Maybe she likes to die. She wants to die.
She wants to die just because there's something to do.
Yeah.
Just for something to do. Because it's like we don't know who's more dangerous, the Genie
or Kyung. Right now, I feel like it's Kyung, to be honest. Kyung is out here beating people with a metal pipe.
Girl,
she don't give a fuck.
And felt great about it. She dropped it and was just like, don't do it again.
I got to go eat my stew.
Clean this up. And then because he pops up to her like, I cleaned up the place. It's like, I cleaned up your shop. And she's like, good. I'm eating my soup. What do you want?
So poor Genie right now. This man, this
you think he's afraid of her?
Yeah, she's crazy. And then he's like, he's not very scary. The only part he was kind of scary when you like tried to choke her in the beginning and he got menacing. But like other than that, he's kind of silly.
He tried to menace her and fell on his hair.
Yeah.
And then the only time he tried to menace her, he was trying to be menacing and then she out crazied him. Because it's like, I'll choke you. She's like, good. He's like, I'll kill you. She's like, okay. It's like, I'll drop you. All right.
Do it all.
Run it. Was it my fate to die at the hands of Minwon? Like, you see what I'm saying?
A lot of asphyxiation in this drama.
A lot of going on. A lot of women getting choked by men. Because the part where her and grandma were choking each other was
there was a lot of
crazy.
choking in this drama.
The little girl choking the grandma, and the grandma was really realizing, oh, this little girl is fucking out of her mind. But the thing is, she's so young, you have to realize she was never in her mind. Because you think she's testing him?
I don't know if she's testing him. I think she's trying to get rid of him.
And it's like, all right, I'll give you, because she says to him, oh, you got me, you tempted me. But I think she tempted him.
Yeah.
I think she tricked him.
She's playing him.
She's playing him.
She's smart. She's smart.
Because now he was dumb enough to tell the plan.
Oh, he did. He did. Oh, yeah.
He's told, not only did he tell the plan, he told all the backstory of the plan, all the history of the plan.
He lied at first, but then told the truth.
Right. So now she knows, oh, you're pressed about me.
Yeah. So why are you proud?
About me. You have to know what your goal in life is to kill me, and you've been trying to kill me for 983 years while granting other people's wishes and just being like, all right, God, look, they're corrupt. So, because the thing is, he's got a bet going with God, and now she's got a bet going with him. Because he's trying to trick God, and now she's trying to trick him.
Oh, man. This, it's fun, no?
It's
funny.
This is one of those shows where you watch the second episode, and you're like, Okay.
Now we kind of know what's going to happen. So we're going to see there's going to be shenanigans with these village people. They're going to be like, you know.
Oh, because the chief, every
the
time he sees
villagers.
him, he might run away, being like, oh, that's the man that tried to seduce me.
That was the second episode of Genie Make a Wish.
And so we're back next Wednesday to chase the third episode of Genie Make a Wish. It's already been an interesting ride. If you suffered through one and didn't know if you were going to make it, and you watched this to see if you would watch episode 2, watch episode 2.
I would say this. I know, again, a lot of people are split, but it's different.
Yeah.
If you want something different, this is very different. This
Truly.
is not very typical. Like, this is what? You're just like, oh my God. This woman spent a good 2 minutes beating up someone with a metal rod. Be sure to follow us on all the things.
All the things.
YouTube.
Instagrams. TikTok. Remember, we're still on our road to 10,000 Sarangees.
Be sure to tell your friends about us, all the things, and we will see you guys next week for our next drama chase.
사랑해.
Chasing K-Dramas is hosted and executive produced by Dulcé, Sloan, and me, Chrissy Choi. I edit the audio and video, and our production is led by Thomas Yuen from TY Media and Go Get 'Em Productions. Our artwork is designed by Screen. We're an indie podcast, and we're always looking for fun partnerships. If you're a brand that's interested in sponsoring our chases, or for your fan who just wants to stay in touch, please check out our website at chasingkdramas.com.